folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. Taking a look at some numbers here for Pascal Siakam.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
And now the Indiana Pacers starters. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. And it's Nesmith in at the 3. And for the Thunder, some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3. And the highlight of this game could be the matchup at the 5 spot, Clark.
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got 2 bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off.
Now here's Dort. Fires for 3. Williams misses. Halliburton against Holmgren. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Lets the 3 fly. The shot by Nembhard, no good. And it's Dort with the ball for Oklahoma City. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Dagnall. He said one person we cannot overlook is Tyrese Halliburton. He said the guy has major impact on the game, even when he's not scoring, which he usually is. He sets the tempo for the team. He can defend, rebound, pass the ball. Kid's got it all. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. 5 on the clock. Siakam gets the bucket.
You have to take Siakam seriously at the arc. He can hurt you from there.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. And here's Dort. 18 feet out. That's good on the jumper.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Now here's Siakam, coming off a terrific game against New York.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Well, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
The basket counts, and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a 3-point play.
Yeah, and the rookie is showing up. Holmgren forces his way through and gets the and 1 opportunity.
At the line for your Thunder, Chet Holmgren. 1 shot.
That free throw good from Holmgren. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year. Already an elite shot blocker. Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track. When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
For your own city crew.
And they clinch the top spot when it comes to protecting the ball. Fewest turnovers per game in the league. No one keeps the ball locked up tight like these guys.
ranking #1 in steals. This team gets after it on the defensive end. They aren't afraid to take chances and go for opportunities to take the ball when they see them. Siakam, no good. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Minnesota.
It always helps when your opponent turns the ball over that many times. I thought it was the deciding factor overall.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did. He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Pass to Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And he lays it up and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Back to Halliburton. There's the 3. Fires in the triple. Halliburton's got his second basket of the game.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
He gets it in there.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Nembhard outside. Outside Neesmith. Siakam outside. Three-pointer, no good.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Pacers trail by 5. Nembhard outside. Siakam finds Halliburton. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. 1:37 left to play in the first quarter. Inside, here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And here are the Pacers now. Following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Halliburton for 3. Sinks the tray. Halliburton's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Talk about confidence. Halliburton oozing with it. No hesitation off the catch and shoot there.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Let's go. Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on screen. Show us your best moves. Let's go. You have the camera on you.
A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. Wallace, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. A big group substitution here for Indiana. Toppin, he's checked in for Turner. Mathurin comes in for Neesmith. Shepard, he's checked in for Nembhard. And it's McConnell in for Halliburton.
Their success from mid-range has really set them apart today.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Siakam for 3. Another 3 for Indiana.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Wiggins with a screen on Mathurin. Mathurin against Williams. There's a screen. Pass to Wallace. Shoots over Shepard. Wallace misses.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now Siakam. Williams defending. Siakam in the post. No good on the shot. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Oklahoma City ahead, leading by 3. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They've been in rhythm from the in-between area, just keeping things simple and taking what the D gives them.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
They've got Cason Wallace, Aaron Wiggins out there with Williams. Then it's Alex Caruso, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Halliburton, no good.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5. And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Dagnall said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you.
Shoot two.
That free throw, no good. Well, Clark, talking about Benedict Mathurin. He's another great young Canadian player.
Yeah, they've got a ton of them coming from north of the border, PA. I mean, Mathurin, you got R.J. Barrett, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, at this point, you could probably fill a couple of rosters with high-level players that come from Canada.
And he sinks the second. Well, we're coming right down to the last bit of the season, Grant. What's the messaging like from coaches right now?
Well, B.A., for teams that are in the mix, coaches are asking you to keep doing what you've been doing. But a lot of that extra motivation comes from your teammates and in the locker room.
Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Toppin outside. The three. And Indiana misses again.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Wallace, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by Halliburton. Halliburton's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Walker. Back to Halliburton. Mathurin. The rebound by Wiggins. Thunder leading by 4. To the paint. Here's Wallace. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Wallace has gotten his first basket of the night.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
McConnell outside. The 3 is up. Wallace pulls it in. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. The kick out to Williams. Wiggins passes to Caruso. Shoots over Mathurin. It's good from about 19 feet.
And there's some nice chemistry on offense. They're just taking what the defense allows.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
Halliburton misses.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
And he can't get the first one.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shai in the league.
Indiana making a switch here. Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Siakam comes in for Walker. Nesmith, he's checked in for Mathurin. And it's Nembhard in for McConnell. Now here's Nesmith. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. Siakam finds Halliburton, looking to win the run, and there's the rejection.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Neesmith covering. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Jacks up a three. Gilgeous-Alexander drills a three.
So far, he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Wallace, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the Pacers also making a change. Mathurin's checked in. Pacers trail by 12. Siakam outside from deep. Hits a three-pointer. Siakam's got 9.
And just so accurate off the pass. I mean, I love whenever Siakam decides to go right up with it like that.
1:49 left in the second. To the inside. Bam! Chet rocking the rim.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
And it's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam.
It's Dort on the wing. Outside, Williams. Here's Wallace. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. 9-point game. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Here's Williams. After the basket by Indiana. Nice open look, but it's no good. Pacers trail by 7. Siakam, the pass to Turner. Now Nembhard. Siakam for 3. Dort grabs the miss.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Holmgren, the pass to Dort. Williams from long range. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks so much, Rick. What did you think of your team's offensive execution in the first half?
We got to get it moving more. We got to get it driven more. They're very physical. You're trying to run plays. They blow all that stuff up. And so bottom line with our offense, we got to get some more stops. That'll help our offense.
Defense leads to offense. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
Taking a look here at the Thunder, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the...
And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
They're playing the way they're supposed to. Run the offense until you get a good look.
And that'll do it for us.
And if you just join it in, one half is in the books. One half to go. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the floor for Indiana, Neesmith and Siakam are the forwards. Halliburton and Emhart, the 1 and the 2. And it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Siakam gets the bucket.
Yeah, certain nights Siakam takes over. He's been aggressive here from the tip.
Turner can always wow you with a highlight play. But Clark, he's gotten better at the small things as well.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there. He can shoot the three. He's always been an elite shot blocker from the day he stepped foot in the NBA. An excellent screener, but he has added small pieces to his total game in the little areas.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Holmgren inside. He's covered by Siakam. Holmgren's size beats the contact.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Halliburton, the pass to Neesmith. Fires the three. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Indiana with a rebound. Halliburton looking over the floor. Siakam outside. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Indiana. Halliburton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Nembhard outside. Back to Halliburton. Turner, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Indiana again missing.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Williams passes to Hartenstein. Holmgren with it. And here's Hartenstein. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. From the arc. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
To the middle. Here's Siakam. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Dort. Pass to Hartenstein. Outside, Williams. Sends it home from three-point land. Williams has got his second basket of the night.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Here come your Thunder Girls.
Caruso, he's checked in for Holmgren. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Indiana. And now let's see the most efficient scoring teams around the league this season. In third, Indiana.
The basketball IQ this team possesses is special. They don't rush anything on the offensive end. They take their time and stay patient trying to find the best shot possible.
And here's Indiana now. They trail by 9. Down low. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And, you know, because Turner is such a good free throw shooter for his position, defenses really can't send him to the line too often. He'll make them pay.
It's his first trip to the line. And that one falls for Turner.
Yeah, you know, he's become a solid big man in this league. Miles Turner understands his role and is starring in it and does a really good job, I think, playing to his strengths.
And he makes both free throws. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Nembhard outside. Siakam looking it over. Nembhard outside. Nice move. The rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 rebounds in the game. Dort against Siakam. They set a pick. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Caruso outside. This one for 3. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. And it falls all over the rim and in. Halliburton's got 12 points in the game.
Now that was nasty. Absolutely nasty. Halliburton looking like a street baller. With that kind of dribble move, major handies.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's the pick. Lets it fly. And it's Mathurin missing. Thunder leading by 12. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander takes the contact.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Halliburton left side. Over Williams. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Thunder. They lead by 14. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Williams. And it's Caruso in at the small forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Outside for Halliburton. Pass to Mathurin. There's a screen by Toppin. Mathurin up top, hounded by Wiggins. Shot on the wing. Shot's good by Mathurin.
Yeah, tricky move by Mathurin, showing us how effectively he can run the pick and roll.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA on the move. And the layup falls. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points in just the second half.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
And there's the call on Aaron Wiggins. That's his first foul. A different look for Oklahoma City. Jang, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Lou Dort in for Wallace. The Pacers also with a sub. Nembhard, he's checked in for McConnell. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Walker sets a screen. Here's Halliburton. The Thunder pull it in.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Thunder.
Well, throughout this game, they've been lighting it up from mid-range. I love seeing that. They've made that the focus of their offense, and it's really paid off.
And also, attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Pacers trail by 16. Outside Walker. Halliburton on the wing. Nembhard outside. 4-3. And Indiana misses again. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Nembhard with it, and it's Dort picking him up. Toppin outside. Halliburton outside. Pass to Walker. Shot clock at 5. Here's Nembhard. And Indiana misses again. Oklahoma City leading by 16. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Gilgeous-Alexander. Indiana with a rebound. Now Nembhard. Halliburton outside. The 3 is up. A rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 rebounds in the game. Williams a screen on Toppin. And again, Oklahoma City no good.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Halliburton outside. Tipped away. Outside Mathurin. To end the drought. Knocks down the long J. Mathurin's got 5 points now this quarter.
Mathurin, so dangerous. He can score from any place on the floor.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Dagnall. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. So for Oklahoma City, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. And Williams is subbed in for Caruso. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Dagnall had some words for his team over the last break. Coach cautioned his team against feeling comfortable. He said the moment we take our foot off the gas, they're back in it. Let's push through the finish line. Brian?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Pass to Turner. To the left wing. Nembhard outside. Turner passes to Siakam. Beyond the arc. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort for 3. A rebound by Turner.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. 1:43 left in the final quarter. There's a screen by Turner. Here's Siakam. Pulls up on the wing. Turner, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 15.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Thunder.
And of course, they really dominated in the paint tonight.
They obviously came in looking to impose their will, attack the heart and soul of that defense, and it led to a lot of good looks.
And this is one of the best teams we have ever seen. 69 wins this year. Wow.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups between these two should be fun.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game one is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
So it's Oklahoma City now. At one point, they led by 16. Now here's Dort. He's guarded by Nembhard. To the paint. 6 to shoot. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Here's Halliburton. And so it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.